Living in the Northeast basically is a 4-month sentence in the wintertime. Between the cold, the ice, and the snow, my outdoor runs were basically done by November, at the latest December. And for somebody chasing a sub 20-minute 5K like myself, I can't just stop in the winter. That's not an option. So, what I did was what any slightly obsessed runner would do. I started researching treadmills. And so eventually I landed on the NordicTrack X24. And today I wanted to give you my honest take after using it now for a few months. So right out of the gate, this thing is a tank. It weighs about 400 pounds. It does not fold, and it measures roughly 70 inches by 38. So you got to make sure you've got a dedicated space picked out before you make the purchase. It's obviously all black. It looks super premium, and once it's in your house, it feels pretty permanent, which honestly for me and the kind of training I'm doing on it, that's exactly what I wanted. One thing that a lot of reviewers noted and that I agree with is that it's actually slightly more compact than NordicTrack's previous flagship models, which make it fitting into a home gym a lot more realistic. One of the main reasons this machine exists is the incline. This X24 goes from a negative 6% decline all the way up to a 40% incline. That's important because most treadmills max out at 12 to 15%. So this one blows all of them out of the water. So the incline work has been massive for building my leg strength and my capacity without pounding the pavement in the slush and ice and 10-degree weather. So with this, I can also simulate hill repeats indoors and come out of the winter actually more prepared for spring races rather than starting from scratch. So if a sub 20-minute 5K is your goal, you need to be training through the winter, and this machine makes that possible. So this model has a 4.25 continuous horsepower motor. That is actually commercial grade power in a home gym setup. Top speed is 12 miles an hour, which is a 5-minute mile pace. For most of us chasing a sub 20-minute 5K, that's right at like the very ceiling of what I would need or you would need for a hard interval session, and it handles that honestly really smoothly. I really like the incline and the speed adjustments. They're fast. They're almost too fast at first. It took me a few runs to kind of get used to how quickly this thing responds to when you make changes. And then the running deck also uses NordicTrack's Spring Flex cushioning, which absorbs impact really, really well. It's not as bouncy as some treadmills, but it's comfortable, it's grippy, especially during steep incline work. All right, so here's where the X24 gets genuinely pretty fun, and this is where my daughters became huge fans. The screen, as you can see right here, is a 24-inch pivoting HD touchscreen, and this year NordicTrack finally added Netflix, Spotify, and Amazon Prime directly on the machine, as you can see. So that's really nice because my girls will hop on for a walk, pull up whatever they're watching, and they're completely locked in. So for them, it's not even like a workout, it's just watching their show while they're getting their movement in. For me, it's been a bit of a different story. I've been running a lot with one of the trainers, Tommy Rivs, on the iFit, and honestly, I didn't expect it to be as effective as it has been. There's something about running alongside a trainer that keeps me really dialed in and focused in a way that just staring at a wall never did. Honestly, over the past couple of months, he's genuinely helped me push through some of the sessions that I would have cut short on a bad day. So I would suggest if you haven't tried trainer-led running on this thing, you got to start with him. So the X24 runs as low as $29.99. You'll want an iFit subscription to unlock the full experience, which runs about $39 a month. The warranty on this guy is 10 years on the frame, 2 years on the parts, and 1 year on the labor. Honestly, I could say the 2 years on the parts coverage feels a little thin for that expensive of a machine. NordicTrack's customer service reputation online is mixed. People do love the machine like myself, but they are less enthusiastic about the support if something goes wrong, so just be aware about that. So here's where I land. If you're in a cold area of the country, Northeast, and you're a runner trying to survive the winter without losing your fitness base, maybe you've got kids in the house who need a reason to move, or you just need something that'll keep you locked in and accountable on days when motivation is nowhere to be found, because we all know that happens all the time, the X24 delivers on all of that. It is pricey, it's big, it needs a subscription, but for serious training goals, I have not regretted it for a single session. So that is my honest take on the NordicTrack X24. Drop your questions below if you have any. And if you're also chasing a sub 20, Let me know what you're doing. I'd love to hear what's working for you.